All right, today I'm going to be doing two verses, John 1, 10, and 11, because unfortunately I was not able to post on Saturday due to my phone being dead and I didn't have a charger. So gonna just be doing two verses today. And ironically, these two verses are exactly what I wanted to talk about in this video. So let's jump right in. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. You know, I feel like God always puts things in your life to kind of point something out to you, and verses 10 and 11 definitely did that for me today. Verse 10 says, the world did not recognize him. People did not recognize Jesus when he was born. It wasn't like, oh, poof, everybody knows who Jesus is and they all follow him. No, it took 30 years for people to recognize Jesus as the Messiah. 30 years. His mom and dad obviously knew because they were met by angels, but nobody knew that Jesus was the Messiah. He was a carpenter's son living in Nazareth. Nazareth. It wasn't like a big town like Jerusalem. No, it was just Nazareth. It was this town that people just passed through. It was a dump. That's where he lived. And no one recognized Jesus as the Messiah until 30 years after he was born. It took 30 years until the public, until the general people realized that he was the Messiah. And then verse 11, he came to that which was his own, the Jews, but his own did not receive him. The people that he was born into killed him. The Pharisees, they were Jews. They were people who believed in God. And since Jesus was God, they thought that was going against what they were saying. And since Jesus was going against what they were preaching, whatever they were saying, they killed him. His own people killed him. Killed the Messiah. And, people who associate with Jesus should be ready to die for their faith. It's hard to say that because I heavily associate with Jesus. He's the center of my life. But we, as believers in Jesus Christ, should be willing to die for our faith. We should be willing to preach about Jesus in any way, shape, or form. And we should be willing to die for our faith. We should be willing to die for what we believe. We need to pick up our cross daily and follow him. We can't waste a day. We can't waste an hour. We can't waste a minute in this life. Because there's someone out there that knows you, that cares about you, that recognizes you, that doesn't believe in Jesus, and they need to hear you. That might be the only chance that person gets to have an interaction with someone who has a belief in Jesus. So remember that today. Remember that you can do something in this life.